bar, tried to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You could see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. And I've been magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty.
All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the San Francisco 49ers. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Wait, set, 53! Check, 56. Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. Check 90. Rim.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down. On 2nd down, Kamara. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Wait, set. Alabama. 380. 54. Right, 54. Tackles. Go Bandit.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Good job.
Fred Warner in on the tackle.
Too easy.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 43-yard line.
Wait, set. Wait, 20. Right there, 54 miles. Watch the run. Shoot. Watch out. Check. Press down. Check 26. Deuce.
Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they're in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebacker. You're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Check. Lucky. Under 10. 10. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Show it up.
This is Murray. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. That was second down run for Murray. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. Play action. Now it's Brady. He'll let this go for the end zone. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Keith Kirkwood, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Lutz good on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's the first carry from Matt Breida. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They run with Breida. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
I'm letting you know right now, you gotta break. I got you. Check. Shift.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on 3rd down, and you make the home crowd go, shh.
There's a hush indeed. And this punt sails over the sideline, and the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we would be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
Wait, right there, 54 miles. Here we go. Regular.
Shotgun now for Brady. It's caught by Jackson. A Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space.
Wait, ready? Mike 54. I got you. Hey, ball 66.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. A big play there out of Kamara. 44 yards on the ground. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 13-yard line.
Check, block 54, block 54. Here we go. Out.
On 2nd down, it's Murray. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
And it's 3rd down.
Wait, set, 53! Must 56! Check it! Watch the screen!
On 3rd down, it's Cohen. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
Let's go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Open man is Pettis. It's complete. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
65.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole, because you have to find a way to make those interceptions quote-unquote go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals, and if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well. And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front, because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Quick dash. Come. Right there. Hey, Alabama.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen and give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line. The Saints on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Cohen. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
And when the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They'll try and pick it up with Cohen. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the 49ers are going to get the football back.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Here's Breida. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. On first down, here's Breida. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a give coming right is Breida. And they string that play out nicely. He's stopped before he can turn upfield. No gain, second down.
45. Mike, 45. Check the outs, check the outs, check the outs.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. Taking a shot for Samuel. That's caught inside the 20. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line.
6-6, pull it high.
Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Seventh play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. And his kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. Well, that's something of a pick-me-up, and the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board, so let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Running with Kamara. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now Brady. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Brady. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. And it's fielded at the 34. That's a 49-yard punt, 8, though, on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 43-yard line.
Here we go. Wait, 80! Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. 11. Come on, boy. 56.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Garoppolo. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Well, that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. Completes it to Samuel. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
Here we go. 80! That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal.
I smell fear in that offense. 21. Like 56.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is good. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Here we go.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Check 52. 21, 21. 47's the mic. 64. 65.
Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
Whip. Watch the whip. Well, fellas, here we go.
Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. He was looking that time for Dante Pettis, but now it's 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground.
Here we go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Bravo!
Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
You're looking there at a defensive back who's maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. 10th carry of the game now. Murray will be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
You know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
They'll run. This is Kamara. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
First down, a run with Cohen. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
On second down now, it's Murray. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Check three.
That's caught. It's Thomas. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Check 13.
They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. So 3rd and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense. They'll run for it. This is Murray. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. 4 yards, that gets him close to the goal line, but it also brings up a 4th and goal. And Lutz puts this one through. And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. A touchdown would tie it. They trail 13-6 as they come up with a 1st and 10. They'll begin the drive with Breida. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Garoppolo. Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day. Kill. Hey, back it.
On 1st down, Murray. Jonathan Jones there to make the stop.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Wait, that's green 80. Mike Barcourt. Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration. Hey, 66. Check 24. Hey, high 7. Go Bears in.
From the 41, Brady. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, and it finally kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back.
Here we go. 180. Hey, let's get that ball, team. Let's get that. Go ahead, go for it.
This is Breida. And an alley to run. 20. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Matt Breida with touchdown number 12 on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will tie things up at 13. All square now at 13 all as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
Watch the run. Check.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Hey, one set. Check line 54. Line 54.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 31-yard line.
Check.
They run it again with Kamara. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Wait, set. Line 20. Right there. 56. Come on, dude.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. Open man is Michael Thomas. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Again, it's Kamara. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. The Saints on third down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
56 to me. Charlie. 56. Hey, 66.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10. Here we
go. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. On second down, a run with Breida. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. The Niners on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Bandit.
They'll run on first down. Cohen. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
I hope you got your rest, 'cause I'm about to take you to school. Regular.
Now Brady gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans. Brady now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. From the gun, Brady, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Deep 4 in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. On 3rd and long, it's Brady. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away.
Very difficult night for the guys on offense. They've got to be looking at each other in the huddle and on the sidelines. How are we going to find some open space to complete a pass and find open room to run? This defense all night long has squeezed down the passing lanes, made plays on the football. It's really been a thing of beauty for them. He's got to figure, all day long prepping for the game, they had to have talked about it again and again. Squeeze passing lanes, and we'll be in great shape.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. A handoff to Breida to begin the drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Once again, they run with Breida on 1st down. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
13.
Garoppolo gives to Breida. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
21. Here we go.
49ers first down. 1st and 10.
11.
48-yard line.
Mike, hey, Delta.
56. Here we go, D. All day. Defense all day. All day.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Here we go.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And the pressure gets to him again. Marcus Davenport in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Well, that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. Now a desperation throw deep downfield and nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on 4th down. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. On the ground, Kamara. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. A big play there out of Kamara. 66 yards.
66 yards. 1st down, New Orleans.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Watch the screen. Watch twist. He's checking. Crash.
Hey, Alabama.
They run. This is Cohen. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Wait, 20. 54. Line 54. Ricky. Check 50. Shit.
On second down, Kamara. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on third down following 2 negative plays. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Lutz with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Brady. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Back to throw, Brady. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, but they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Brady. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And this is caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken in at the 1. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that.
It's caught inside the 25.
That's it, baby. We got work.
So this one, a victory here for New Orleans, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Saints, the train just keeps rolling 9-0 now to start this campaign. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for San Francisco,
I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece. That mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't ratted. We break you down like a pound. I got it, don't pound us around me. I'm corrupted, flow cold and it's rugged, bumpy. What is up? I'm ready for war. You got to love it like black, yeah. And it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, what? And it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah, and it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, yeah, and it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want problems. No, I said you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want. like that. It's a lot of money, why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my